Good morning, pipe friends. Grandpa Cavendish here, coming at you from Huntington, New York. It is Tuesday morning. It is Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday. So I'm enjoying a nice cup of coffee with heavy cream. Get my share of fat. And enjoying a delicious pipe here. This is a Parker 286 billiard with nice saddle bit stem. So a nice English pipe, a nice English tobacco, and a VR to a nice Englishman. Yes, indeedy. And that would be James. Swing Kid 100. I think you all know James pretty well by now. Maybe the pipe choices and the background music will honor James a little bit. But I'm here today because James called me out to do this 3-pipe challenge that's going around again. Another challenge going around in the YouTube pipe community. So I said sure. Actually, I didn't say sure. Sorry, James. I just spotted it the other day, and I've been kind of waiting to do it, so here I am. So it's 3 pipes, and they all have a different kind of description, you might say. So the first pipe is going to be a surprise pipe. And I'm kind of reversing the order a little bit here, I think. I'm starting with the surprise pipe. Because I think that will lay the groundwork for the others, in a sense. So I'm speaking of a surprise in the sense of a revelation, you might say. So something that changed my mind about pipe smoking. And the pipe that I chose for that is this pipe right here. Okay. This is a beautiful Peterson Meerschaum Dublin. But it's more than just that. And that's because it's a 9mm. Okay? And this pipe was gifted to me about 5 years ago at this point from Bremen pipe smoker Mark. And the reason it's the surprise pipe for me is not only because I was quite surprised by getting the pipe from Mark, which was a great gift, but the 9mm was my first pipe of 9mm filtered. And that has made all the difference for me. I've pretty much been converted to 9mm. This is the 9mm charcoal activated filter, typically the Fowen filter, and I love it. I love it. It's great. This happens actually to be a 9mm Parker. All right, so it is my go-to pipe for Balkan blends, English blends, because I think it tones down the Latakia a little bit. It takes a little harshness out of it. So I've really been a convert to 9mm filtered pipes. So that would be my surprise. My go-to pipe. Okay, this would be the pipe that I seem to choose all the time lately. And I think you've seen this in a number of my videos over the past couple of years. but that would be this pipe right here. And again, a saddle bit stem as the Parker, but a meerschaum pot. This is a Peter Lehman meerschaum pot. And again, if you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but it has that beautiful Cumberland stem. This, of course, is 9mm filtered because it's a pipe made in Germany by Peter Lehman, where a lot of 9mm pipes are used, of course. So it is a great smoking pipe. It just smokes everything well. And the thing that I like so much about it is it has really thick walls. A lot of times meerschaums have thin walls, and this is a really thick walled pipe with a very small chamber. So I've come to really enjoy small chambered pipes with thick walls, and generally straight pipes, I think, for the most part. So this fits the bill, and that's why I tend to go to it so often. So that brings me, I think, to the third pipe, which is my favorite pipe, and that would have to be either this Butz Chacombe French-made pipe, or this Dr. Graybo Duke, which is kind of a, I guess you'd call that a billiard prince. I don't know exactly what you'd call that, but again, it's a well-used pipe, as you can tell from the teeth marks on both of these pipes. So they've been used quite often, and these were both my father's pipes. So therefore, they have quite a sentimental value for me and are my favorites. I don't smoke them much, very rarely actually, primarily because they're not filtered. And as I say, I've come to enjoy the filtered pipes more than anything else now. So they unfortunately just kind of sit on the shelf, but in any event, I still think they're a beautiful pipe. This is what you call a roquet, which I think means rocky ground. So it's designed to look like rocky ground. So it's a nice rustication. My father was primarily a cigarette smoker, but he did smoke pipes from time to time, mostly half and half, or Edgeworth, ready rubbed. Those were his pipe tobacco choices, but that was those were his. So they're my favorites. But again, all these pipes are wonderful. I enjoy them all, but they all hold a different kind of place. And one thing I will say about the 9mm filter pipes is, I say, this was the pipe that got me going on it, and I smoke them primarily all the time. But there are occasions when I choose not to use a 9mm, and usually that is when I'm smoking this Ennerdale. Strange, actually, because that is quite a, you might say, powerful blend in terms of flavors. And you would think the 9mm might tend to tone it down, and that would be a good thing. But I have found that I enjoy it better in a non-filtered pipe because it's so complex, that tobacco is so complex, that there are different flavors that come through. Almond, vanilla, rose, floral. And in order to pick them all up, you need, I think, to have a non-filtered pipe. Or maybe a Savinelli with the balsa filter that allows some of the smoke to come through. So I do choose it in those occasions. And of course, that might be an occasion to use one of my father's pipes. Although it would ghost it, but not concerned terribly about that. So there you go, some of my choices of pipes. Now we need to pick some people to carry it on, carry this little thing on here. So I'd like to go first off with my friend over in Lake Como, Italy. That would be Moreno. Moreno, Fumando, Pipa. I think I had that right, Moreno. Forgive me if it's not quite right, but I think we all know Moreno. And Moreno, please feel free to do this video, should you do it, in Italian. Okay, I love listening to your videos in Italian. I don't think there's any problem at all listening in Italian. Okay, so by all means, please do your video in Italian. Okay, my second tag, I think, will be Mark up in Nova Scotia, BackCountryPipe. Mark's a great guy, and I know he's got a lot of interesting pipes to show us, maybe some Brighams, some Canadian pipes. So Mark. And number 3 is going to be a long shot here, but hey, we'll see what we can do. That would be Alec, okay? Classic fly tyer up in the Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Alec, if you're out there and you're still considering something having to do with a pipe, I know you love to do that fly tying, but we'd love to see you show off some of your pipes. Maybe the Hilson 480, huh? Okay, so we'll see if Alec comes through. Okay, so that would be my choices of pipes. Thank you very much for the selection, James, for calling me out. Hope you enjoyed seeing me smoke the old Parker. By the way, this is a fairly old pipe, okay, because I started, as I say, smoking 9 mil about 5 or so years ago, and this dates back, I think, way past that. So it's an estate pipe. Okay, folks, thanks for joining me today. Have a good Fat Tuesday. Make yourself some nice big dinner tonight. All righty, folks, Grandpa Cavendish. See you all again soon. Signing off. Be well.